So we are going to clean this window and the window seal. These are some of the things that are highly missed in the deep clean, but it is required to clean in the sides around all the locks to actually open this window and clean this sand out of here. Basically, if you don't have a bucket, you can use one of the bathroom trash cans. It's a good way to clean those while you're cleaning anyway. You're gonna get all in these grooves right here, clean around these locks. Everything in a deep clean has to be cleaned with a wet surface, not using a duster or just dry wiping. That's really not gonna cut it for a deep clean. You'll turn these and clean all in here. Then you're gonna open this window up. A good way to get the sand and stuff out is to leave your rag like with a lot of water in it and kind of just flush this out. I don't know if you've seen what this looked like before, but just with putting that extra water in there, it almost cleans itself right out. And then you can wring your rag out, get any extra water. While you're doing this, you can go ahead and finish wiping off the frame of these. Everything. You want to see right here how dirty this is before I actually wipe this. Look at that rag. You're never going to get all of that up if you're using just a dry surface duster or anything like that. Everything in the entire house basically needs to be wiped with a wet surface, especially your outlets, your light fixtures, stuff that's going to be highly touched. And you know, everybody's dealing with the coronavirus, so we want to disinfect as much as possible. Also, with the windows, I know the blinds are a pain in the butt to clean, but if we don't clean them during the deep clean, then they're really not going to get cleaned like that during the season. You just want to close this and start at the top, wiping every single one of these slats. And the back edge is very important to get. These blinds are a lot easier to clean than the other kind of blinds, which we recommend you just take those other ones off and put them in a bathtub or something and let them soak. So you're going to wipe every single slat with a wet surface so they are actually getting cleaned. Then you're going to, once you get this side completely done, you're going to flip it over to the other side and just start again. Okay, so in a deep clean, this may appear to look clean, but if you take your hand and you rub it across here, you can feel all kinds of dust and splatters. On the pictures, all the glass needs to be cleaned. The frame needs to be cleaned as well. once you've cleaned this, your hand will just run across this so smoothly. In the deep clean, this is going to need to be clean. The very top of this needs to be clean. You need to take this picture off the wall and clean behind it. So, like, there's some bugs behind here. You can see all these bugs that are laying up here on this baseboard. Behind this is actually going to be really dusty, especially the string, the top of it. You're just going to wipe this all down. And then you're good to go.
You need to make sure that you vacuum around the edges of the carpet using your attachment tools to your vacuum. While we're in the kitchen deep cleaning, we want to make sure that we get on top of the cabinets. Using a ladder, we can stand up there and clean all on top of the cabinets. We also want to make sure that we're hitting the tops and sides and fronts of these cabinets with a wet rag. And make sure you're also hitting around the knobs. We want to take these stove knobs off. And we're going to clean the whole surface. Put it back on. You also want to clean the knob itself. We're also going to move this stove out and clean the sides of the stove and underneath the stove and the walls behind the stove.
During a deep clean, one of the most commonly areas that is missed is gonna be this lip right here on the door frame. And it normally has like a lot of dust buildup from the summer. And you can see all of this dust that you normally really couldn't notice. But you kind of gotta wipe this hub here. When you're cleaning any kind of wood surface that's white or really anything, a magic eraser is gonna be your best friend. I could sit here and wipe this all day with this rag, but this magic eraser will take this stuff right off. Also, a lot of missed areas is the door. This is one of the first things that we look at when we walk in to come do the inspection, is we start rubbing our hands across these door frames to make sure that they've been wiped off. But like I said, if you have a white door, these magic erasers, especially around the handle of the doors where people touch on a regular basis, they get really dirty. You can just kind of see the fingerprints and stuff. If you take this magic eraser and just clean this off right here, it will look brand new. So another commonly thing that is missed during the deep clean, I know a lot of people might not do it because it's heavy and hard work, but you actually have to take the bed off of the frame so the frame can be cleaned out, and you can vacuum underneath of the bed. You also are required to clean all of the baseboards in the house, so you have to get behind the bed. Once you take the bed off, that allows you to vacuum underneath here. It allows you to pull this frame out so you can actually get behind the baseboard. And Angela, if you want to show them how dirty this baseboard is back there.
And the trash.
So the back of this headboard would need to be cleaned off. If you see all that dust that's laying back there on that bed, that
You just rub it up right here.
Yep. And cleaners don't have time to do this during the regular season, so if we don't do it now, it's never gonna get done. This frame actually has to be cleaned out. If you want to show them how dirty and dusty and sandy this gets right here, this is definitely something that needs to be wiped off. When you're stripping the bed, we want you to make sure that you put the bedding on a chair or on a dresser and not put it on the floor. That way it will keep it clean. When you're in here in the bedroom, you can see how dirty this ceiling fan is. That definitely has to be cleaned. This actually has to come down. You just unscrew these because you get a bunch of dead bugs and stuff in here when you don't clean this. And you can see in here that this is dirty and it's got a bunch of dust in it. So we would just take this in the bathroom, wash this with hot water, and then put this right back up there. But you also would need to go ahead and clean all around here, wipe your light bulbs off, and just get all of this clean.